Hi guys, I am back with another episode of my life. Oh, my mom is cooking, so if you hear some background noise, that would be her cooking. Okay, so welcome back to episode 2 of knowing about me. Thank you so much for watching the first one. If you haven't watched the first one and you clicked on this one, go watch it so you can understand, because I'm going in chronological order. And if you are new, thank you so much for coming to my channel. It means a lot. That means you're watching and you like my face. And yeah guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to click on that notification bell to know when I upload videos. And follow me on Instagram at, I'll write it down, it's that Melissa Elvier. Okay, so episode 2, let's continue. I forgot to say my full name. As you can tell by my banner, my name is basically Melissa Elvier Sano. So my E has an accent, but here in the US you don't use accents, so they took that out. So in an English way, Melissa Elvier Shannon. And yeah, so moving on to I finished 7th grade and I moved to Florida. It was deciding between Florida and I believe Boston, that my parents were deciding where they wanted to go. Because we had family in Boston. My family is pretty huge, guys, so I have family everywhere. I have in New York, Boston, Philadelphia, Atlanta, Canada. I have a distant one in France. I mean, not so distant, but we don't talk often, to say like that. And all my family members are pretty close to each other. So when there's a family event, it's kind of like, to invite people is hard. Like, for example, weddings, because as you know, the bride pays for weddings. So anyways, I'm getting off topic. Okay, when we get there, I'll talk about that. So family's pretty huge. I moved to the US and we ended up moving with my aunt, my mom's sister. We ended up moving with my aunt for about a year, just to get our bearings for my mom to start working. Ended up working, those odd jobs because credentials were not recognized. So either go back to school or work for now. And when you move here, you have to work in order to pay for things. I live with my cousins, boy and a girl, Esther and Carl. They did not speak Creole. Or wait, no, they understood. Yeah, they understood. They did not speak. So me coming, speaking French and Creole, them speaking English. That's how I learned English so fast, because there had to be a way for us to communicate. They knew some words in Creole, but they couldn't fully communicate. So it was a lot of Cree English, we call it, Creole English mixed together, so that they could understand and I could understand. My mom made us watch a lot of cartoons because that helped us with English. We actually had dictionary words to do. So every week, my mom, my aunt, they had us, they had us, my cousins and I, pick like the first 5 words in a dictionary, write the definition, study it, and then they would ask us questions about it and they would see whether or not we did it. So yeah, that was our fun times. Okay, fun times. So that was that. Learned English pretty quick. They actually wanted to put me back a grade, and my mom was like, I don't think so. You're not putting my daughter back a grade because I know she can do it. So thanks to my mom and I saying, oh, okay, I guess that's the way it is, they actually really insisted. And my mom was like, no, you're not. Seriously, she was like, no, I don't think so. And then they put me in 8th grade ESOL. And I mean, I ended up doing like, I think I surpassed their expectations. I'm a pretty smart child. I'm gonna say it because a lot of people, I don't give myself credit enough. So I'm pretty smart child. I had honor rolls. I had honor rolls like back to back when I was in ESOL because again, I forgot to mention, once you start secondary school in Haiti, they add the English language. So 7th grade, I learned, we were learning English, and then the next year they would have added Spanish, and then until from 8th grade till 12, I'm translating it, you would have learned English and Spanish at the same time. They would have added more classes, but with English and Spanish being consistent. Like you would add calculus, you had trigonometry, anatomy, and all of those. So that, yeah, we took anatomy in high school. My sister did. It was interesting because she had to draw the heart, like to show like every single vein. She had to draw every single vein out. There was not really books where you just look at the picture. Oh yeah, no. The homework, you had to draw and show each vein. You had to color it in. So back to, you know, my me. I had honor rolls. I was a pretty smart kid. You know, I think I surpassed their expectation of me, of how I was going to do with not really knowing English and then not being pushed back. I'm proud of myself for that, because again, a lot of people don't expect a lot from you when you're from Haiti, and you know what you see on the news, it's like, oh, you don't look Haitian. I mean, how do Haitians look? I don't know what people, sometimes when people would say you don't look Haitian, I would get confused because I'm like, what do you mean I don't look Haitian? I don't know. I don't know. So anyway, so after 8th grade, went to high school. I would say 8th grade was pretty hard, and at the time I didn't understand it, that I was being bullied. But I was bullied. A lot of people won't know because myself, I didn't know. But looking back, I was bullied in 8th grade by these two girls. That's where I met my best friend. We were still best friend because we both moved at the same time, went to the whole school. She spoke French. I saw her out immediately. Yeah. We both were bullied because we were cool with the guys, and apparently those two girls like the guys that we were cool with. We were cool. We were, I guess, fresh. We weren't like drama queens or like divas or was expecting attention, like, you know, so we're pretty cool. So we were bullied. I was bullied mainly because of one guy, who is now my current boyfriend, because I found this out recently, guys, because they liked him and they were supposed to date when 8th grade came, but then I came around and I was cool, so like that didn't happen. So it's kind of like I ruined their potential dating, whatever they had going on, something like that. Yeah, so crazy girl drama. I didn't know, like they called me a bitch. I did not grow up on cursing, so some words where I would only say in like, I still feel uncomfortable saying that because I did not grow up cursing. So they called me bitch once. I didn't know what it meant. It's just I heard everyone said ooh, and then I don't know, I think I cried, I don't remember. Moving on past that, went to high school. Went to high school, 9th grade. What happened? 9th grade, they put me half ESOL, half regular class. I think most were regular class, and then only like ESOL-ish class was reading. That they put me in the beginning reading stages. In English. No, I took English one. I don't remember. It was a while ago, guys. I know I may look young, but I'm not. I'm over 25. I was born in 1990. My birthday is August 1st, which just passed. So calculate it. There you go. You have my age. So I went to high school, and that was those years I learned a lot of things. Some things happened which I would not discuss because I would say only 2 or 3 people know the full story, and I'm not going to dwell on it. High school, I would say from like 9th grade. In 9th grade, I think a lot of people made fun of my accent, so I tried so hard to get rid of it because it wasn't cool to be Haitian at the time. But other people could have accent, like Spanish. If you spoke Spanish, you could have the Spanish accent. That was sexy. If you spoke some other language like Jamaican, like that accent was cool. But Haitian accent, oh my god, like people ask me all the time if I ate cat, and the first time I heard that I was so shocked. Like, no, the hell I don't eat cat. What do you mean I eat cat? And they're like, oh no, Haitians eat cat. And I'm like, what? Haitians eat cat? Like, I don't think so. So there are a lot of things that happened. It was pretty cool. I had cool friends at the time, made friends. They were all Haitians because, again, a year in learning English was good, but I didn't know everything, of course. So they put me in some ESOL class like I was telling you, so there was mostly Haitians learning English and all of that. And then after 9th grade, freshman year, I was no longer in ESOL classes. They did not put me in any more ESOL, like learning classes. I remember when I asked my counselor to switch me to a math class, she asked me like so many times, are you sure? Are you sure? And I'm like, yes, put me in algebra. Like, this is too easy. Put me in algebra. So some words, because now I don't care if I have an accent. Now I guess it's cool to be Haitian ever since, oh no, whoever the popular one was that came out. Oh yeah, Amazo. Anyway, I don't care if I have an accent. Some words I still can't pronounce. Some words I pronounce in French in my head and try to pronounce it in English because I don't know what it is. So bear with me. High school was pretty challenging. I had a lot of conflicts, family conflict. I'm going to be brief about that. Don't want to dwell on it. I would say family conflict. Actually, I know my mom will be watching this, or I don't think most of my family will be. Who cares? I had a couple boyfriends, not all at the same time. No, I think I had a boyfriend every year. Couple were like rebounds. I don't know why I was dating them, honestly, guys. It was cool to have a boyfriend. They were nice to me, so I mean, we dated. I won't say when or where, so just in case someone ends up clicking on this video, they won't know who was rebound or not. But 10th grade, something happened, major happened to me, that changed me for a bit. Yeah. So the only person again that know about this is like maybe 3 or 4 people, and not my family members. So sorry, you're gonna ask me. I'm not going to answer because I'm past it, but I'm just chronologically doing this. So prom, I had a pretty good time in high school. I mean, I didn't do anything fun. My fun was different. We couldn't do anything. Caribbean, we we don't do anything. Either stay home, we don't go out to movies, like parents don't drop us off and we go see the movies. Oh no, there is none of that. I remember my first official boyfriend that everyone met was senior year, and that was because we had to go to prom together, or like we wanted to go to the movies, so my curfew was like 10, and then became like slowly 11 if I told them, kind of thing. And then yeah guys, like it was senior year, my first official boyfriend that my parents met. Went to the movies, curfew was 10. Like, okay guys, sorry my camera got cut off, but I think I was where official boyfriend curfew. So moving on, high school. A lot of things happened, which, you know, my aunt passed away, and then my grandma passed away from my mom's side. And when my aunt passed away, it was really tough. There were a lot of anger-ish, so that's what I mean, family conflicts, anger-ish towards myself, my parents. Let's just say emotions ran high when my aunt passed away. It was sudden. I mean, it was sudden, but not like we were hoping for the best type. But unfortunately God had other plans. And then senior year, my grandma passed away. That was sudden as well. And what we are, my cousins and I, what we are most grateful about is that she was supposed to leave. My grandma lived in Montreal, Canada, so she would spend the cold months with us, and in the summer months, the spring, you know, with in Montreal, back in Montreal. So in May, when we were supposed to graduate, she was supposed to leave, because that would extend her stay a little bit. So they had to ask permission for her to stay until our graduation. So they extended her date until after our graduation. It was me and my two cousins all graduating at the same time. And about, I would say, a week or so, I think it was about a week, it might have been less than that, my grandma had to go to the hospital. She had a blood clot going on, and ended up being in the hospital for our graduation. On the day of our graduation, May 18. May 18 is a Haitian flag day, so that worked out perfect. We went to see her and we told her we graduated, we did it, and I believe 2 or the next day she passed away. So that led me to believe she was waiting for us to tell her that we made it, we did it, and then she left us. So you know, that was a tough, because she lived with us for a while. Like, we were, like I said, our family is pretty close, so that was on my mom's side. She passed away, so both, and then later on in the years, both my grandmas, my mom and my dad's, they passed away. So I wish they were still here, but God had other plans for them. And after that, senior year, it was interesting. Yeah, so then senior year, after senior year, I wanted to go on campus. I wanted to go live far away. As you know, with Caribbean parents, all Caribbean parents or kids, they know this. As soon as they're graduating from high school, they want to go away and get some freedom, okay? Because when you're 18, I know here they're like, you're grown. No. In Caribbean island parents' house, you're 18, you are not grown. You are grown when you start paying the bills, when you have your own house, all of that. Even until 21, you're not grown up. If you're still living with they're considered, if you still need their help, you're not grown. You're not grown until you're married, basically. Even if you're paying bills or still living in the house, you're not grown until you're married. Okay, so I wanted to go away because I don't want to be with my, I didn't want to be like, that's pretty normal. I wanted to go on campus. I had Bright Future Scholarship, and I was planning on going somewhere where family was. So my thing was either New York. No, it was mostly New York, and then I think some in Boston, but ended up being out of state tuition, really high. My Bright Futures wouldn't cover all of it, and I'm a good child. I did not want that burden on my parents. It was really expensive for out of state, so I ended up doing 2 years community college. Bright Future paid it all, like financial aid paid it all. Like I didn't worry about anything. My parents didn't worry about anything. Books were paid for, tuition was paid for. I took the bus, I took the train, or they dropped me to school. Like I didn't worry about anything. And then I moved to campus my junior year of college. I went to FSU in Tallahassee, Florida. And those 2 years were like the best of my life, because I just, kind of discovered who I am, what I like to do, like how to live without like parents saying, okay, this, like that, have your own curfew. Oh my goodness. I remember when, stayed past midnight, I was like, oh my gosh, are they gonna, like that first moment where you do whatever you want, what you want. I was really responsible, so I didn't do any drugs, like I didn't do any of that. Like I didn't go crazy, but it was pretty not refreshing, but what's the word? Liberating to be by myself for a while. It was pretty liberating. So I graduated. So my path was actually to go to medical school, become a pediatrician. That was still had doubts about that, which ended up not working out, which you'll find out probably in the next video. So I'll stop there because I am pretty sure I'm at the 15-minute mark, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm up until junior year, Tallahassee, Florida, FSU, Garnet and Gold, Knowles. So thank you so much for watching. And if you have any questions, I forgot to say that, if you have any questions, comments, please let me know in the comment section below. That's what they're for. Ask me a question if you want to know more. Don't hesitate to do so. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.